Nicole, new to North Texas, of course, first day on the air yesterday. Let me educate you on the beautiful ERCOT grid, and those of you at home, if you don't know. So the blue line is our current usage, all of us using power. The purple line is basically how much power the grid has to give right now. The power grid is actually becoming a factor in the governor's race.
It is. Political reporter Jack Fink live for us in Richmond Hills. Governor Greg Abbott, Beto O'Rourke, they're both offering up some solutions here, Jack, that will impact all of us.
Well, Nicole and Doug, ever since last year's winter storm resulted in widespread power outages and at least 246 people dying here in Texas, there's been a lot of debate over how to prevent it from happening again. And one idea is for ERCOT, which operates most of the state's power grid, is to join the other regional grids in the U.S. We're talking about the Eastern Interconnection and the Western Interconnection. And Democratic candidate for governor Beto O'Rourke supports ERCOT connecting to those other grids, while Republican Governor Greg Abbott says ERCOT should remain independent. Both Abbott and O'Rourke appeared at different events in North Texas this afternoon, and we asked both of them to explain their positions and why they believe Texans would benefit under their plan.
We'll be able to draw down power whenever we need it, and Texans will never again have to worry about the lights not coming on or the heat not running or our water pipes freezing as they did last winter. This is a smart, common sense thing that most Texans can get behind.
With regard to joining the national grid, doing so would be both uninformed and misguided. First, it would automatically mean that we would sustain a lot more regulations on the Texas grid that would increase the price of electricity. Secondly, it would be very erroneous to assume that by joining the national grid, we would suddenly make sure that we would never have any power outage. The proof of that is California.
Abbott says California still has problems with power outages. O'Rourke, though, has said some Texans are already facing increased costs for power after last year's winter storm. The concern of keeping the lights on here in Texas flared again Friday when ERCOT asked Texans to conserve power throughout the weekend when 6 power plants unexpectedly went down. There was never any power outages, and Governor Abbott said it never reached an emergency level and that ERCOT must be more transparent with the public now after the state legislature passed bills last year requiring it. And so now the Public Utility Commission of Texas, which oversees ERCOT, is now in the process of developing a long-term plan, and specifically how Texas increases its capacity to generate more power as the population continues to grow. Live in Richland Hills, Jack Fink, CBS 11 News.
Jack Fink, thank you so much.